got some folks here setting up their Arctic oven, which is by far one of the, in Alaska, it's whoever doesn't have one wants one. And he's using the Rollicots. Titanium goat? No, you've got one of the seek outside. Yeah. No, this is one of the from what's a Gafaro. Yeah. They work, but they're I call them a gopher stove. What I mean by gopher, you put wood in and you go for more, because of the inherent problem with a collapsible stove is the problem that because it collapses, it sucks air everywhere, and by being it sucks air, you have less control of your fire.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but I took a gasket and everything.
Right. Yep. Another thing you can try is the same thing. I see you're doing that around your where it fits together too. Yeah. And then they use the fold-up, roll-up stovepipe on those.
Are you with titanium goat?
No, I have nothing to do with titanium goat. I'm 4-dog stove. I was making titanium stoves long before titanium goat. See, I don't believe in a collapsible stove, and the reason being is because they collapse one time really well. They suck air too much, so you don't have the control over the fire. And if I look at a stove is a container. I don't save anything by having it collapse. The other thing is I look at it when it's 20 below and I have to assemble something, I go by the mitten hand theory, okay? Because your fingers, even when you're working well, it's like having mittens on. And when you have, thumb screws and stuff that can fall in the snow, and it's getting late and you're tired, it's not a good thing to have to try to assemble a stove. Yep. So I only make stoves that are solid.
For you, if you don't mind.
No, go ahead.
This, it's so thin, right? There's no thermal mass.
Right.
Really thin, doesn't hold heat.
Right.
So if I don't keep that fire stoked pretty good, I'll just lose the draft, and I can't get combustion at all. I get glowing red holes in there, and I can throw a paper towel in, and it just chars. It doesn't ignite because it's full of carbon dioxide or whatever. So it's like I lost the draft, and I'm pushing down all this.
You're getting what they call see the problem you have with that? What you have to do, you have to make sure all your wood's really small.
Yeah.
So because otherwise you get a coking effect. So now you got plenty of coals, but you don't have enough heat to keep it drying. So then you create what they call a negative pressure.
Right.
And that's what you're doing. You're drying the air back down.
Right.
See, and the thing is, because that you're not controlling the access of the air into your stove because it sucks from everywhere else. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I understand. Although I thought I sealed up most of the leaks in this thing, other than obviously there.
Well, that would be do you have the bottom sealed?
Yeah, I got gaskets all over.
You do. Then I can't really say. The main thing I would say is how small are you using your wood?
Yeah, I mean that varies.
Okay, but the thing on that, you probably shouldn't go anything over like 2 inches. If you're having that problem, you don't want to have any. You want to split your wood down to about 2 inches. And one way you can do that is if you take and you get yourself a pair of big lopping shears. Okay, and the gear-driven Fiskars are really good.
Yeah, the Fiskars, yeah.
Okay, and then you process your deadfalls because that's all sticking up in the air, and that's a perfect size. So I think if you tried using smaller wood, which has more surface area, you'll have better luck.
All right.
And then always remember, when you add new wood, rake your coals forward, because one thing a lot of people do wrong is that when you add your new wood, you're automatically pushing it back.
Yeah.
Okay, so now all the coals are back there. You don't have enough heat in the front to render all the moisture and stuff out of your new wood.
Okay, I got you.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then another thing, when you stack your wood, like say you want to have a longer burn time, right? If you stack your wood and you make a layer and you cock it 10 degrees to the right, then the next layer 10 degrees to the left, and then leave about a finger's width between each stick, you'll get a much better burn also.
Okay.
And that all makes, burning wood's an art. It's, there's science, but it's also art, and the only way you do it is by doing.
I was hoping you're going to be here because I missed your last time you came and did this. I think I missed your talk, and I wished I did.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, you're doing a lot of right things with this by doing your gasketing and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because that makes a big difference how you can control your fire and how good of a fire you can have.
It did seem to be better after.
Better, because otherwise you're sucking air from the top, the sides, everywhere, and that's one inert thing I say against those.
Yeah.
But I try that. I think you'll have better luck if you do that.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I
but-
appreciate that.
Okay, well, thank you. Thanks for
Good to
sharing.
meet you.
Yeah.